Hey guys, good morning, good afternoon, or good night, depending on where you are. It's Gal J here bringing you another game. This one is a mobile phone game, which mobile is a phone, I guess. It is called Magic the Gathering Puzzle Quest. It is based on the popular game Magic the Gathering, of course. If you guys don't know what that is, make sure to check it out. It's a very fun game to play with friends. So let's get started. So as you can see, let's start on the top. We have what are called runes. Then we have mana jewels, and then we have mana crystals. So thus our currency for the game. Currently we are on their activity hub. So let me go ahead and click on that for you guys. Tells you what events you're currently doing right now, right here on the top. It shows you how to become a member if you click on it, and it shows deals that are going on today or currently. At the bottom, it is April 2020, dealing with the coronavirus. But depending on when you're watching this video, it might be a different day. I don't know. But anyways, this is where you check your daily rewards. Every day that you play, you will be able to collect one of these gifts. Currently, I've been playing about what is that, 9 days straight. So that helps you collect different things. Anyway, so that's what the activity hub has. Next, we're gonna go to the planeswalkers. So these are the planeswalkers that you currently own, but you only start with actually 5. I have unlocked some of them. And when I say unlock, I really mean I've purchased some of them. Now, I'm not keen on actually using your actual money that you work for games like this, but more power to you if you have money to spend on this game, because it will get you far. So you usually start with Nissa, Sage Animist for your green planeswalker, Liliana, Defiant Necromancer for your black planeswalker, Gideon, Battle Forge for your white planeswalker, Jace, Telepath Unbound for the blue planeswalker, and finally, you start with Chandra, Roaring Flame for the red planeswalker. I'm trying to distribute it, as you can see, as much as possible, with having multiple copies of the same color, of course. 3 black, 2 blue, 2 white, 2 red, 2 green, and so on. These planeswalkers each have their own individual abilities. So if you click on it, it shows you here the abilities. So you can do these abilities while you're in the actual game, which I'll show you on the gameplay. You have to collect what are called planeswalker diamonds. I guess they're called planeswalker diamonds. I don't really know what they're called, but that's what I call them. So if you see at the bottom right, that's what they would look like. If you match those, you get an amount equal to how many you match. And then on the left of each ability, it tells you how much of that you need in order to activate that ability. Anyway, so that's talks about the planeswalkers and their abilities. I would go to cards. So these are the cards that I have in stock right now that I currently own. There are 3 different types of cards in this game, which is a little bit different than obviously the card game that has a lot more types of cards. But how they're categorized is either creatures, spells, or support cards. And you have to build a 10 card deck with some restrictions. Some of them have restrictions. How many creatures you can have, how many spells you can have in the deck, or how many supports you can have in the deck. And you build the deck accordingly, and so on. But we'll get more in depth as I show you the actual gameplay, and we'll do a little deck building as well. The story. So this game does have a story component. It's not very deep, and it's pretty standard. It's just you're playing against different decks as they're explaining the story to you. As you can see, for the first part of the Origins, I've completed most of it. I'm missing just a few things here and there, but overall, it's pretty much almost done. It does have some training aspect as well, so it trains on the new mechanics whenever a new set comes out. Sometimes, most of the time, it is added to this game. So right here, we're all the way to Theros Beyond Death. as you can see, but I haven't completed most of it just because I do keep up with the original card game, and I'm very familiar with the abilities and what they do. So it's not something I tend to do as much, but there is something good about doing these. You collect. They give as soon as you complete uh, each chapter, it will give you cards of that specific set. So keep that in mind. I don't think it gives you anything too powerful. It's kind of just basic cards. And then we also have Battle for Zendikar, which was the latest one that has come out, but that came out a long time ago. And as you can see, this one's a little bit tougher, so I haven't been able to complete much of it currently. But to be fair, I haven't tried this in a long time. So, needless to say, I do have better cards now, so I may be able to complete more of these in the foreseeable future. Um, let's see. So the next thing will be events, but I'm gonna skip that part for now since it is the one that we're gonna be mainly focused. That one and Vault are the two main ones that you're gonna be spending your time on, and I'll show you what in just a moment. So let's go to the next one. The next one will be booster crafting. So this game does have a really cool uh, aspect as far as if you get any duplicate cards, they become little orbs, and you can redeem those orbs for cards from a certain set. Each set it does require a certain amount, and the newer the set, I mean, the more it's gonna cost you to get those cards. Currently, I'm focusing on the legacy one, and I'm focusing on the rare ones of that. If you click on the little icon right here, it does show you which cards you are still missing, which ones you can get. And the good thing about this is that you can never get a duplicate card from this. So you're never wasting your orbs. You're always getting a new card. I still have 285 to go, but little by little I'll get there. And then on the top right, it tells you how many I have acquired so far. And then different rarities give you a different amount. So commons will only give you 10 orbs. Uncommons will give you 20. Rares will give you 100. And then mythics give you more. But because I am not a VIP, I am not able to look at this ones right here. I can look at the mythics, but I can't look at the super mythics, I guess. Anyway, so that's booster crafting in a shell. I'll show you guys once I open a pack of how it would look like. The other ones are more of your profile coalition. That's kind of like your guild membership area. And like I said, there is a membership. Let's click on that. So depending on the membership type that you use, you do get certain rewards. The most basic one is $5 weekly. So that becomes, again, that's about $20. $20 in a month, so you might as well honestly do pro because it's a lot cheaper, you know. But it gives you 10 mana crystals, 200 runes instantly, and then after 7 days it gives you the remaining, and then that's it. So you pay $5 per week, which is equivalent to 20 bucks in a month. So you might as well just do the pro, which gives you a little bit more more bang for your buck, I guess you could say. So that's the membership area. Again, I'm not a big fan of spending actual money on this type of games because if ever the developer decides not to renew or update or anything like that, you're not going to get your money back. So be that as it may, if you have money to spend and you don't care about that, then go for it. You know, you'll get better cards a lot faster. And then the other areas, of course, is the chat, which I've never used, settings, and then it does have an invite code. So I guess it has a referral rewards if you refer people to this game, which, you know, let me know if you're interested in this game. I'll send you one, and we can maybe benefit from each other. So let's go back to let's go to Vault now. So let's go to one of the main tabs that you'll always be using. Right here again, we just came from the membership, but let's go here. So this part is where you kind of buy the packs. The packs have different costs based on whether the set is newer or not. You also get a free booster every so often, so make sure you check in. I think it's every like 6 hours or so. But it does give you 3 cards for free every so often. You have the elite collections that give you really rare cards. You can also click where it says view cards. You click on that icon and it tells you which cards you will get. And I believe on this one either you don't get duplicate cards, so that's always good. But I'm not 100% sure. I try to accumulate those as much as I can, but they don't give them pretty often. Then you have your regular packs, of course, and again, depending on how new they are, then they have different costs. And the more you buy, of course, the higher chance of getting a mythic or rare card in it. So this one, it's an older set, so it costs 60. But if we look at the newer one, which is Theros, I think it's 80. So yeah, so 20 more mana crystals if you want to buy the newer set. Right now, I'm accumulating the mana crystals for a different reason, which I'll just show you in just a moment. And then, of course, we have Planeswalkers, which in this game are called Vanguards. So you can also just buy Planeswalkers. They come in the form of support cards. So if you click on it, it shows you which ones you can get. So that one is a mythic. And then there's some rare ones, of course. And as you can see, some of them have been rarely shifted, so they're not the same as the card game. So anyways, so it costs 120 to get just one of those, and it's gonna be a random. You don't get to choose. But it is not duplicates. I haven't gotten a duplicate yet, but I guess there's still like a slight chance that there could be duplicates. So this is what I'm saving them for. As you can see, you can also buy Planeswalkers of your choice. They reveal some at a time. They don't reveal all of them. So just keep an eye on that. See who your favorite Planeswalker is. And you can spend the mana crystals for it. As you may recall, on the Planeswalker part that you own, I only have monocolored Planeswalkers. And I'm trying to save up enough to have a multicolored Planeswalker. Preferably a 3 or 4 color Planeswalker would be fine. But I'm okay with the 2-1. So we'll see. We'll see what I decide to do. And then, of course, you have your specials, which you buy with real money, and it has bundles and stuff like that. If anything, I would recommend the really cheap ones that have like for example, like this one that gives you like stuff to. It has the runes and it has some crystals. But if you want more packs and stuff like that, then you want to maybe go for this one. It comes with those 3 cards specifically for $5. But it does have a limited time, so make sure that you're always constantly looking here if you are looking to invest into this game. Again, I'm not telling you to do that because I don't do that myself. And then we have the events. This is where you're gonna spend most of the time. This is where the game actually starts, where it actually happens, where you're actually doing stuff. So throughout time, they're gonna have different events. I completed this one earlier today. It was actually pretty simple. The Across Ixalan all colors. So it lets you choose, as you can see, any color. So any Planeswalker that you choose, you can use. Some events actually restrict the color that you can use, but this one is pretty open. So you can choose whoever you want as your Planeswalker. And the rewards are based on your I guess rank, I would call it. But as you can see, so for example, I completed this one. For the first 5, I got a booster pack. For the second one, I got mana jewels. And it was a free event. And at the end, I got 30 mana crystals. So definitely keep an eye out for those, because those are the best ones. Again, they're free. You don't have to pay. And you can just get a lot of rewards from it. I also joined the one for A Journey Through History, Space-Time Catastrophe. But as you can tell, it does not start in for another 30 minutes. So we're going to wait for that to be able to do it. And then, of course, you have your paid ones. One of the things about these ones is that you always want to see what the rewards are before you actually pay for it. Because if the rewards aren't worth it, then you might as well not pay for it, and you can just do the free ones and get more for it. So this one, the Trial of the Plains Red, it does cost 60 mana crystals. And let's take a look at the rewards. So Trials of the Plains Red, it shows bronze tier, silver tier, gold tier, platinum tier. I am currently on the platinum tier just because I've been playing this game for so long. It has nothing to do with me beating anybody or ranked or anything like that. It has to do with getting experience on your cards and getting it maxed out. And I'll show you guys that in just a moment. So currently, depending on which tier you are, you will get different rewards. So as you can see, this one gives you a pack for the first 5, and then 10, 15, and 20 give you just runes, and then 25, 30, and 40 give you the mana jewels, which lets you get again the planeswalkers and other cool stuff. But me, I am on platinum tier, so instead of giving me runes, right from the get-go, I get the same pack just for the first one, but then I start getting mana jewels right away, and then at the end I get a mana crystal for 30. And so 30 is not 60, so I don't want to spend 60 on it if I'm not gonna get it back or something significantly for it. Let's take a look at this one though. Like for example, this one was a free event, and again, right away I get a pack. Then I get 15 crystals and 6 jewels, another 15 crystals and 6 jewels. So you see, this one is free, but you're getting a lot more. Also, if you get to 30, you also get a rare card, a random rare card. That one can be duplicate, but it's from Dominaria, so that's pretty cool. And again, it's free. So that's basically what it is. So now let's show a little bit of the cards in the deck. So let's go to here, the training grounds. This is where you can make up any deck. You can try the deck that you built against the computer. It is random. You're essentially playing against somebody's deck. So you're not necessarily playing against somebody in the other end, but you are playing against a deck that they built, which is pretty cool. Because people are going to be playing against the deck that you built. So make sure you build something fun and competitive. So this is where you would play. So this is before we start. We're going to click on Ajani, which is the tiger on the left. We're going to click on him. It tells you that he's a level 60. To level the planeswalkers, you use runes. So runes are very important in the game as well. But they're not as important as the mana jewels or crystals because they do not allow you to get any new stuff. They just help you level up your characters. So they all start at level 1. Right now, currently, the level cap is 60. So I've leveled up everybody to level 60. We're going to look at the deck for Ajani. Alright, so this is currently my build. Just because I am trying to get the experience for the cards that I haven't gotten the experience for. And I'm going to go inside the deck so you can see what I'm talking about. So we're going to go to edit right at the bottom. And then we're going to click the first card, which is Sun Titan. Once we click on it, it tells you XP, and you see how far I am from it. Depending on the rarity of the card, it takes a lot longer for you to max it out. But once you max it out, if we go back to here, let me show you guys. Let's go back to events. At the bottom, you will see what I'm talking about. So you see it says 210 of 2500. It doesn't even grow anymore. That's how you collect the ranks. So as you level up the cards, you get points towards this, and once you get to a certain point, you level up, and eventually, if you have a lot of them maxed out, you become platinum, and that's it. So we're gonna go back to continue. Let's continue showing the deck. Back to Ajani. Click in the deck. Go to edit at the bottom, and go back to that. And then here, this one's almost done. This one is far away from it, and just as you can see, I'm just doing those because none of them have maxed out. Let me show you one that has been maxed out. So we go to the card pool, and we click, for example, on one. For example, the one on the right, Aroa's Champion, that one has been completed, so it has mastered. So if you want to level up your rank as far as rewards, you want to make sure you're always playing with cards that you haven't leveled up so you can get a lot of points for those. And again, depending on the rarity, it does give you more XP. So that's the deck. So let's try it out. So we're going to click the green arrow. The objective is just to win the match, so we'll do that. Then I'll show you a little bit about the gameplay as far as the mechanics of it. Alright, so me and him. So if you swipe to the right, you can see your hand and you can rearrange it as you please. Basically, the one that's on top will be the one that's gonna be played first. And then it tells you how much it costs, its power and toughness. So if you click on it, it has flying, it has abilities first strike, which means that it deals damage first before the other creature can deal damage to it. It costs 14 mana, which sounds like a lot, but it really isn't. And then it's a 4/4 creature human knight, and then my opponent's creatures get -2 -0 for each of the reinforcements on it. So to clarify, reinforcements in this game is a new term for most of us, even people who have played Magic in the past. Essentially, this game has a system where you can never have two of the same creature out. What would happen is that if you have a creature and you play the same creature again, then it would just go on top of that one, reinforcing it by giving it its power and toughness to it. I hope that I can show you guys. I think with the Omen of the Sun, I can kind of show you because it's gonna create two humans, but it's not gonna be two separate humans. It's gonna be just one human that's gonna be a 2/2, because its human is a 1/1. So, anyways, then we go to click on the Planeswalker, and this is where you see the abilities. Now, the abilities again, they have levels, and through the runes, as you're leveling up your character, those abilities level up at certain times. They don't all level up at the same time, but once you get to 60, all the abilities are maxed. So the first one is Valorous Roar, which gives your first and second creature, they both get +4/+4, and it costs 9 Planeswalker mana to do that. And to earn Planeswalker mana, you would just match the ones that have the Planeswalker symbol in order to add towards that. But if you do that, you're not really getting anything towards your cards, because those do not give you actual boost or mana for your cards in your hand. Now at the bottom, as you can see, there's a +3 under the white, the red, and the green. What that means is that if you match any number of them, is going to give you, of those specific ones, is going to give you 3 more. So if I match 3 white ones, it's actually going to give me 6 mana instead of 3. So 14 mana, like I said, it seems like a lot, but it really isn't. And if you just match the other ones, it's just going to be a regular bonus. So if you match 3 blue ones, it's just going to be 3, and so on. And again, the Planeswalker ones do not give you anything towards the mana cost here of the creature, which again is 14. If your hand is ever full, you can always click on it and you can press a little swirly thing on the right, and that will make you discard the card. But anyways, let's get started on that. So let's see what we can do. And sometimes the easiest move or the best move you have to look for is not as easy as just looking at it and just saying, oh, well, there's a white one. Because if you match 5 of the same color, then you get to do it again, without passing the turn to your opponent. So, and sometimes there's nothing to do, so you kind of are stuck. It's hit or miss. It's kind of a little bit of luck based game as well, but the deck building part it does involve a lot of skill. So we know that the white ones give us the most: the white, the red, and the white, the red, and the green. So that's considered Naya colors. And let's see if we can find. So if we do this. All right, perfect, guys. So you see, I did 5 of the same green ones. You might have not seen it because it was pretty quick, but I matched 5 of the green ones, luckily, and it made me do an extra swap. So I get to swipe again. And that's good because I get to show you what I meant with the reinforcement. One other thing that is different than the card game is that there are technically no blockers. Your creature has to have Defender in order to block. If it does not have Defender, then it cannot block any other creature, whether you want it to or not. So your life is pretty vulnerable in that sense. So let's see. So keep an eye out on that. So see, it makes 2 1/1s, but instead of having 2 separate creatures, it's just going to reinforce it. And you can tell it's reinforced by the number on the top right of the card. And it's pretty simple after that. You just match 3, you try to attack your opponent with your best creatures. So that's the game. If you guys do like this type of game and you enjoy watching this, let me know in the comments so I can continue bringing you content on this game because I do play it pretty often. And you know, if I have your support, I don't mind doing this for you guys. If you have any questions on it, let me know as well. I feel like I'm pretty well informed about this game. Again, I've been playing it for a while now. Um, so there, I don't know if you guys saw. I wanted to mention something. Sometimes the computer will not make the best move, and again, you're playing somebody against somebody's deck, not somebody. So today we're playing against Six Pack as Garuk Wall Speaker, and he could have moved the blue one right here where he could have made 5 and then just got in an extra turn, but instead he went with something else, and I don't know why. It wasn't the best move. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna move that, and then I'm gonna get an extra swipe. And then I'm going to activate one of the abilities so you guys can see. So I have a total of 13 loyalty so far. And it only takes 9 for me to be able to give my first and second creature +4/+4. So let's do that. And that's a permanent +4/+4, which is awesome. So I'm just going to finish out this game for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I enjoyed this game a lot, and I definitely recommend it to everybody. And I'll explain what's happening now because I gotta tell you what happened right now. So my opponent created 3/1/1 snakes, but I have a creature here that says that my opponent's creatures get -2/-0 for each reinforcement they have. So every token he makes right now, it's not really gonna do much because it's gonna be a 0. It's gonna give it more negative power than positive. All right. And I was afraid for a moment because I thought it was gonna be for my creatures as well, but it's just only opponents. So right now you can hold the creatures in your hand. You can have a maximum of 3 at a time on the field at all times. But again, you can always reinforce them. So let's do that. Let's do this one and this one. And sometimes it seems like a lot is going on, and that's because there are some creatures on the field that have activated abilities. So what they do is they activate some gems, and if you crack the gems, then you get that ability. If your opponent cracks the gems, then you don't get that. So keep an eye out for those as well. So see, he's doing that. Usually that would be a massive creature, which would be a 8/8, 9/9, or it would be an 8/8. Oh, perfect. It seems like this guy is trying to show you everything about this game. So if you look at this creature, it has reach. Reach is the same thing as kind of like defender. It does block. So reach. This creature blocks your opponent's creatures, including flying creatures, even if this creature does not have flying. So that's how you get blockers to protect your life. But because my creature is a lot better than his, I'm pretty sure I've won this. So I'm going to activate Valor's Roar again, which gives my first 2 creatures +4/+4. I also currently have in hand a Triumph Surge, which destroy target opposing creature with base power 5 or greater, and then I gain 3 life. I do not want to exile it. I did not mean to do that. So I'm basically going to take out his defender that he has there, and then I'm going to attack him directly for 29. So and then so let's see if we can finish this game right now. In the meantime, let's see if I have some music for you guys. Alright, so let's finish this game now, guys. And then I'll show you the victory, of course. And then it gives you a battle log. You get some runes every time. You get one. And then this is the experience. So this experience is what you're getting for the cards to max them out. This one only gives you 6, so it's really not that much. But usually you would get 20 experience per. And then on top of that, as you can see on the top, you see my character is level 50. And I'm almost there for the next one. You get a lot of rewards for those usually, including sometimes mana crystals, mana jewels. But that's just, it doesn't do anything else. It's just to get rewards for leveling your cards. And that's it, guys. So that was the gameplay of the game. If you have any questions, let me know. I definitely appreciate your support. If you have any, please make sure you like and subscribe and leave any comments. Share this with your friends so we can get this game out there for people who enjoy Magic the Gathering, because it is a really good game to have. It is a good time killer when you're waiting anywhere. But it can be a little bit addicting, so you gotta be careful. So that's the game. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching my video. Have a good day.